friends, and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be doing another chatting style video. I know I feel like I'm kind of throwing these at your way, but I've had an epiphany, and I've talked to you a little bit about this epiphany in passing in other videos and even in some of my streaming stuff, but I really wanted to sit down and give you a full-fledged video talking about losing my spark and regaining my spark. And took some soul searching, but I think I have finally realized just why I feel the way that I do, and I actually do feel very more inspired now. So without further ado, let's stop being vague and just get into the meat of this video, which is I feel like I really lost my spark when it came to YouTube and content creation in this form, because I feel like everyone that I had as an influencer growing up is gone. Gone with the winds type gone, like gone. And before I get into this video, let me just say this. I don't think it's a bad thing that if you have been on the internet for a while and you want to, move on. I don't think that's a bad thing whatsoever. I don't think deleting your content and whatnot because it doesn't suit you anymore, doesn't represent you anymore, isn't a bad thing. But as a consumer and genuinely a kid who needed that type of content, I felt really lost. So basically, when I was a kid, I really struggled with being girly. I never felt like I was, in the right space to be super girly. I always kind of, resided as like a tomboy for a while. I was very like, wanna be emo. I wasn't emo, but I wanted to be kind of girl because that's what the people around me dressed like, that's what they acted like, and I knew that if I were to be myself around some people, that it wouldn't end up well. And so later on in last year of middle school, I had made the best group of friends I have ever had in my life. Still, some of them are my friends, and they were so supportive of me. So I finally used that to take the initiative to dye the hair pink. It has nearly been a decade since this happened. Dyed the hair pink, started slowly coming out of my shell, trying to dress more kawaii and cutesy. And growing up in a small town, Yeehaw, North Carolina town, was not an easy adventure for me. So it was something that gradually happened over time, whereas I would, start wearing like a little cute things, like cute little earrings to school. I would start by, getting cute little notebooks and pens and stuff. And I really do think that the COVID era really kind of messed with my brain in a sense of, it doesn't even matter, just dress the way that you want to. They're not gonna see you. People at school aren't gonna see you. You don't have to be afraid of them anymore. Just dress the way that you want to, act the way that you want to, because I'm not gonna lie, I feel like if you were to watch me now, especially if you went to school with me, you would probably be like, that is not She's talking, because I used to never talk. I was so scared of people, and honestly, I think a big fear of being judged was a part of that, but now I'm so much more talkative. I'm a yapper. I never shut up, and also I still like anime, and it's still my whole personality, and I still like kawaii stuff, but it's on the outside now. So during this time, it was very important for me to try to find like-minded people. And that's where content creators came in. So I'm not gonna name any content creator because this is not me saying why would you do this to me? No. This is just me saying I found some content creators that I really, really loved, and my entire personality kind of got formed by them. I have this problem where whenever I watch someone, especially if I become obsessed with you, I want to low-key act like you, which is not a good thing, and it's something that I've recognized that I do now. But when I was younger, I was like, yeah, this person, I'm going to be like them. But I have realized, obviously now getting older, that it's okay to have my own personality and be my own person and not have to, you know, leech off of someone else. And it's just something subconsciously I would do, because I would see people on YouTube, I would see people on Instagram, and they would be so confident and I was not. So I was like, well, if I, you know, kind of acted like them, made content like them, maybe I would get some of that self-confidence. She did not. M did not. But I loved the content during the, like, let's say 2016 to 2020 years, maybe even 2021. I was living, I was vibing. There were so many kawaii content creators out there that were fueling me, the drive to be a YouTuber. During this time, like, when I started YouTube, posting on YouTube, I was 17 and I posted maybe once a month. It was really shitty content, but I posted once a month, didn't have a set schedule, just whenever I could, and I was going to school, coming home from work, and I was recording content and just like very crappily editing it and posting it on the tube. And so literally it was not good. It was not getting me views or anything, but I enjoyed it. And it wasn't until COVID that I started, you know, having time to actually make content that I decided I'm going to get a schedule, I am going to think through videos, I am going to actually try to be a content creator. So it took me about, I would say, until 2022, 2023, and then I got my YouTube, my main YouTube channel monetized, and then my gaming channel monetized, and we're working on this one. So if you like the content over here, please consider subscribing, sharing, share with your friends maybe, because I'm trying to get that watch time. But anyway, regardless, I had so much fun during this time because I had so many content creators posting. I was so inspired. It's like I didn't even need to think through video ideas. I just knew what to post because there were so many people who were just constantly inspiring me. I just felt so inspired during this time. And I've come to realize within the last couple years that inspiration has been dwindling. So I initially thought maybe it's burnout. Maybe it's just that, oh, I'm getting so tired of doing this. Like, maybe if I change my content up a little bit, maybe things will change. Maybe I'll feel better. And yeah, a little bit. I do think a little bit of it was, especially with my main channel posting 3 times a week and not hitting views. Yes, definitely burnout was a part of it. And if you take a look at my main channel now, I'm definitely hitting more views than I was back when I, just started getting monetized. But the thing is I just felt so stale for the longest time. I didn't know what to do. And I thought, especially with my main channel, people are more invested in me making videos talking through anime and series and Disney, and I want to kind of do a bit of a more upgraded, like thought out video on my main channel. So like what I do over there now is I have an idea. I write down a script and facts and things I want to talk about. I do research and then I edit it into a video. This channel I made into this channel from my old dance channel. I still do dances over here. I love dancing, but I made this into a vlog channel because I wanted to do vlogging, but we're just gonna occasionally do vlogging now because I decided this channel is going to be my hobbies channel. My main channel, Glitter M, for a long time was my hobby slash, production, high quality production channel. It was a little bit of a mess. And so I decided what I want to do is kind of take the messiness and move it into its own separate little channel. And so that's what I've done here. Glitter Diaries is basically my channel where I can talk about whatever I want and I don't have to worry if my views suffer like they did on my main channel, because that is my main source of income as of right now. And so when a video would flop, that was not good, But I just wanted to make this into a channel where I can talk about whatever I wanted to. If I want to talk about anime, I can talk about anime. If I want to talk about horse girls, I can talk about horse girls. If I want to talk about Disney and pins and figures and manga and books and whatever, this is the channel. And it's definitely been a huge inspiration of mine to get back into some of that older content that I used to do because I love it. But again, it was pretty lazy where I would just sit in front of a camera and just start yapping like this. Pretty lazy, but still, I love this kind of content. I love just sitting down and talking and yapping like how the YouTubers that I used to watch would do. But if you've been watching this channel, I have had a hard time. I have made a lot of videos and just kind of yapping about how I still don't feel quite right. And I have realized why I don't feel quite right. It's because I have gotten lazy with my content. Because I don't have anyone to inspire me anymore. I finally connected the dots. Because when I would watch content creators that I liked, I would want to get up immediately and film a video. That was always my first response. They made me so inspired that I just had to get up, put on some makeup, do my hair, put on a cute little outfit, and make a video. And a lot of the content creators that I used to really love and watch either have moved on because YouTube just doesn't serve them anymore. It is not something that they really care to do anymore. They are kind of burnt out. They have ventured on to newer, maybe bigger and exciting things. And some of the content creators that I used to watch, their content is just too different from what I grew up loving that I just can't fit in with the newer style of content. And so I definitely feel like it was kind of like a loss to me. It's like a friend has moved away to a different school and I'll probably never see them again except for like in the local Walmart. Which, yes, I might still see you, but it's like, we're kind of estranged now. And so with this being said, I have definitely realized that this is the problem as of recently with my VTuber stuff. If you don't know, with my gaming channel, I decided to become a VTuber. One, really because again, I was lazy and I just wanted to not have to put on makeup to stream and film videos. And I decided I'm gonna become a VTuber because my friends are VTubers. And I love it. It is like the best decision that I have ever made, which is to become a VTuber because I post every single day over there. Because I'm insane. But I love being a VTuber, and this is something, again, that I have been kind of like, soul searching for a little bit with, and I've realized I love being a VTuber so much because there are VTubers out there who are constantly, as of right now, inspiring me. I have found new people who are working and achieving their dreams. They are making amazing content, and it inspires me to want to sit down and boot up my computer and my little avatar and like make streams and videos. And I do think that that is the thing that I have realized I have been missing. I have someone on the VTuber side. I have multiple people on the VTuber side who are, as of right now, in the present, inspiring me. But on the kawaii, cutesy, anime style stuff, I don't have any of those older content creators that I used to really love. And by older, I mean like, just content-wise, because it was a couple years ago when I was in school. But anyway, like, I just realized I don't have that anymore. A lot of the content creators that I watch, their videos don't even exist anymore. Like, they've wiped everything, there's no archives. I can't even go back and rewatch some old content. But with that being said, I have went to some creators that I used to watch their old content, and now look at me, I got inspired because that is the content that I strived to make when I was in school. I didn't know anything about YouTube. This was the kind of content that I wanted to make. This was my driving force, and seeing that again has reawakened that in me. So I think that's a big thing, is I've just not had an inspirator, is that the right word? Someone to inspire me recently. And so what I have decided to do is take this channel a little bit more seriously, kind of regress a little bit, and think of how I used to think of YouTube and making YouTube videos when I was in like end of high school, after, post high school, like graduation, trying to get my main channel monetized because I had a work grind. I had such a good I had such a good work ethic, and I don't have that anymore. And I think genuinely a big part of that is I just kind of didn't have anyone. I didn't have anyone who was making me want to get up and make videos, you know, like no one to inspire me. And now that I have this revelation, I've decided that that is still okay. It is okay to, one, look for new content creators. If, you know, people aren't serving you anymore, then try to find someone else. So I've been on a hunt for new kawaii content creators to inspire me, but I've also realized that, like, you know, I can be my own person. This is, again, something that I struggled with so much growing up because I had really bad self-confidence issues, and I would watch other content creators and I would be like, I want to be just like you, but I don't know how to be just like you. And I really thought that trying to be like someone else would be the way to make me more confident in myself, but it's not. So I've realized now I can be myself. I can still like girly things and like Genshin Impact. I can like girly things and playing horror games. I can like girly things and not always want to dress girly. I do think this is a big thing too, is especially as of recently, if you have seen on the channel, I have been doing more like fashion content, and I have been loving it so much. Like, I do think a big part of me stopping with a lot of fashion content is the fact that I have gained weight since being out of high school. And so some of my clothes that I bought don't fit me anymore, so there's that. But I do really feel good when I like dress up. I put some like glitter on my face, on my cheekbones, put some what's this called, lipstick on. If I put some like cute earrings, throw my hair up, dye my hair, fresh dye always makes me feel like a more confident woman. But definitely I feel like I have finally found my calling again with YouTube, and I think for the longest time I was not vibing with a lot of content that I posted because it was so lazy. I kid you not, it was so lazy. It was like I would do the bare minimum of makeup and then go to Walmart, do my grocery shopping, and come back home. Like, I did not dress up. I was not having fun with it. Like, a big process of like making these type of videos, like I've been doing recently, is experimenting with makeup a little bit more and like throwing a look out, popping off with a look, and it's been making me feel so much more confident in myself. I think that's a big thing too, that I do think it is kind of a negative effect of being a VTuber, is that I don't do much makeup anymore, which, yes, it's helped my skin a lot, but my confidence not so much, because I'm not, you know, doing my face up. Every time I look in the mirror, I'm like, wow, ew, girl, what happened? But like every time I throw some glitter on my cheeks, I feel so much better. I feel so much more like me. So I definitely think that going forward, I want to do more looks. I think also a big thing is genuinely trying to get back into some things that I used to love growing up. Like, if you have seen on the channel, I have been posting more Love Live dance covers. I love Love Live and I love doing dance covers. And it's something that for the longest time I thought I was done with. I thought I was done with cosplay. She's coming back. She's coming back, and she's coming back hard. She's coming back hard. She's hitting me like a wall, hitting me like a bullet train, because I have just had so much fun getting up and doing Love Live dance covers in my room. Just like practicing and like recording. It's just been so fun. And I think this is a big thing. When you're in a slump like I have been in, especially with content, while I love doing content, I've just felt like I've been in such a slump. And really going back and like, you know, doing some of the older hobbies and things that I used to when I was a little bit younger, which is literally just a couple years ago. I'm about to be 23, I'm 22. It hasn't been that long since I've been out of high school, but like then again it kind of has. So like, you know, but like I do feel so much happier now that I'm going back and accomplishing some of these dreams that I used to have. Like, I had dreams of making really pretty like dance videos with like pretty lights and stuff, which I finally got my hands on, and making videos where I am like all dressed up, dolled up, and like just yapping and like whatnot. So like I definitely feel like content going forward maybe a tiny little shift, but like hopefully a good shift, because I feel more confident. I feel like, especially with this channel, with so many other of the channels that I have, considering this one isn't monetized, it's kind of been on the back burner, but I genuinely feel like I need to do a little bit better with, like, you know, not feeling so lazy with the content, because I have seen some of my content, watched it back, and maybe you don't feel this way, but as the creator, I'm like, wow, I wish I would have put more time into this. I really wish that I would have dressed up a little bit more for this, you know? There are just some videos on this channel where I'm like, I do not like this. Sorry, but I don't. And I really want to get creative again with my videos. I want to get creative with like thumbnails and making everything pretty and whatnot, and like my aesthetic and colorful. Like, I kid you not, little like colorful nostalgia things, they make me so happy. And I just need that in my life again. I need that like a kawaii girl aesthetic back in my life, because genuinely that was some of the happiest times of my life, where I felt like I was living my dream of like being a little kawaii content creator. Like, I would have like a cute little pillow behind me, wear a cute little shirt, buy some cute little earrings, maybe have a cute little mug or something, and it would make me feel like I was living this kawaii aesthetic life like all the other content creators that I was watching, even if it was just for show. I don't care. It made me feel good, and I think that's the most important thing, is that it made me feel good. So all I'm gonna say to end this is, I feel like I have regained my spark. I feel like I'm happy again, and now I want to choose to try to make content and be a content creator that Little M would have absolutely wanted to be like. That is the biggest driving force that I have kind of cemented in my brain recently, that I want to be a content creator that like teenage M would have looked up to, that I would have wanted to be when I was younger. So with that going said, I will kind of be doing a little bit more with this channel, hopefully. I really feel like I have my spark back, my vigor to work again is back, and it does take a lot, because I do my own 3 channels and then I run one of my friends' channels, so it is a lot of work and not always the most payoff for all the work, but genuinely I do love this, and I just want to commit to being better and doing better and genuinely gaining happiness and being happy from doing it. So with that being said, I'm gonna leave you guys here. So hopefully you will like some of the more looks that I do. I want to start posting on Instagram again with like looks and whatnot, because again, the fashion content is what I used to absolutely love, and I want to experiment a little bit more with like my colorful stuff. So we will have to see what the future holds for M here, but if you enjoyed this video, please remember to like, share, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!